Today we're going to look at factorising quadratics in general form. When we talk about general form, we mean ax squared plus bx plus c. Later on, when we're solving, it becomes ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But for now, we are just looking at factorising, so we'll take it off and leave it in that format. We'll start with a really simple example, x squared plus 5x plus 6. So for this, we're going to use the general method, which actually has a lot of names. So sometimes it's called the decomposition method. A lot of this can be used using the cross method. If you want to get into really layman's terms, we can also call it splitsies. So the first thing we need to do is we need to identify our A, our B, our C. So you notice that the coefficient is your A, B, C value. So that's our A, that's our B, that's our C. So in this case, A equals 1, B equals 5, and C equals 6. Now, in order to solve, we need to find two numbers that multiply to give me AC, and we need two numbers that add to give me B. So in this case, we want two numbers that multiply to give me A times C, which is 6, and two numbers which add to give me B, which is 5. So, which two numbers multiply to give 6 and add to 5? This one is obviously pretty straightforward. We know that 2 and 3, we know that 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So, where the splitsies gets its name, is we're going to split up this into these two factors. So we're splitting the B value, or the middle term, I guess is probably a bit more accurate. So we'll rewrite it as x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. So you can see here how this still equals 5x, but we've split it up. What we do now is we take these two and these two, and we look for common factors. So this one here both has a common factor of x. So this becomes x outside of x plus 2. This one here has a common factor of 3. So plus 3 outside of x plus 2. So if you've done this correctly, these will be the same. If you've made a mistake, these will be different. So that's one way of checking. So all we do now, we can see that once again we've got, sorry, I'm just making my pen a little bit thinner. Once again, we can see that we have a common factor. So we can take out the common factor of x plus 2, and we're left with x plus 3, which can also go in our brackets. And there is our factorised answer. You can always check by expanding. So if I was to expand this, I'm left with x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6, which is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Continue on if you would like to see a slightly harder example.